The Story Factor by Annette Simmons. The Magic of Connection Through Storytelling. Annette Simmons. The Story Factor is not just a book, it's a portal to the enchanting world of storytelling. With humor and insight, Simmons unveils the profound impact of stories on human communication, persuasion, and connection. The power of storytelling, a universal language. Stories, Simmons contends, are not mere words, they are spells that bind hearts and minds. She likens them to magical incantations, transcending language barriers and delving into the core of our shared humanity. If you want to captivate an audience, why not start with a spellbinding story? Creating a safe space for stories, building trust. Just as a theater must offer a comfortable setting for a captivating performance, so too must the storyteller create a safe space. Simmons compares this to constructing a haven for storytelling, where trust, openness, and authenticity are the foundation. Much like no one enjoys a creaky theater seat, no one wants to hear a story without trust. Staying in the circle, the art of focus. Have you ever been in a storytelling circle where someone couldn't stay on topic? Simmons humorously likens this to a game of storytelling hot potato. Keeping the narrative focused is essential. Otherwise, your audience might mentally wander into the vast abyss of wondering why shoelaces always seem to untie themselves. The audience's path to the story, a dance of engagement. Simmons delves into the audience's role in the storytelling dance. It's akin to a choreographed waltz. The storyteller leads, and the audience follows willingly. Understanding your audience's emotions and needs is key to maintaining their engagement. It's like being a psychic dance instructor, but with fewer crystal balls and more empathy. Knowing what you want, a destination in mind before embarking on a storytelling journey, you must know your destination. Simmons humorously compares this to packing for a trip. What's your storytelling purpose, and what emotional baggage should you bring along? Just as you wouldn't pack a snowsuit for a beach holiday, tailoring your story to your goal is essential. Finding your own stories, personal goldmines. Simmons encourages us to dig deep into our own lives for stories. It's like embarking on an archaeological dig in your own backyard. Your personal experiences, both triumphant and embarrassing, are a treasure trove of relatable tales that can forge deep connections with your audience. So, be your own Indiana Jones, but with fewer snakes and more anecdotes. Knowing when to tell, perfect timing. Timing is everything, even in storytelling. Simmons humorously likens this to delivering the punchline in a stand-up comedy routine. Knowing when to tell your story can be the difference between holding your audience's rapt attention and losing them to thoughts about the mysteries of why socks vanish in the laundry. Knowing when to shut up, the art of leaving space. Every storyteller knows that sometimes less is more. Simmons compares this to knowing when to drop the microphone and exit the stage, allowing the audience to savor the silence. Sometimes, a story's power lies in what's left unsaid, inviting the audience's imagination to fill in the gaps. Finding, polishing, and delivering stories, mastering the craft. Simmons delves into the craftsmanship of storytelling. It's akin to becoming a master chef, selecting ingredients, details, with care, blending them thoughtfully, structure, and presenting your creation, delivery, with finesse. Think of it as preparing a gourmet feast for the soul, with stories as the main course. The leader as storyteller, inspiring through narrative. Leaders pay heed. Simmons discusses the role of storytelling in leadership. It's like wielding a magic wand. Storytelling can inspire, guide, and rally your team to overcome challenges and reach new heights. Leadership isn't just about managing, it's about casting a vision through stories. Selling with stories, the art of persuasion. Salespeople, take notes. Simmons demonstrates how storytelling can transform a sales pitch from a monologue into a captivating narrative. It's like selling ice cream on a scorching summer day. People don't just want the product, they crave the experience. By weaving stories into your sales pitch, you're not just selling, you're creating a connection. The moral of the story, lessons in narrative and a nod to fables and fairy tales. Simmons reminds us that every story has a lesson, a moral. It's like discovering the hidden treasure in a story's depths. Adding a moral to your story is like finding a surprise toy in a cereal box. It adds that extra layer of delight and insight. My opinion on the story factor is a beacon of storytelling wisdom, and Annette Simmons' blend of humor and profundity makes it a must-read for anyone looking to communicate effectively, forge connections, or simply become a better storyteller. Simmons masterfully illustrates that storytelling is not just a tool of communication, it's a bridge that spans cultures, a thread that weaves understanding, and a conduit of influence. In a world drowning in information, stories cut through the noise like a lighthouse guiding ships through a storm. So, whether you're a leader seeking to inspire, a salesperson aiming to win over clients, or just someone who wishes to spin an enchanting yarn, the story factor equips you with the storytelling arsenal you need. As Simmons aptly states, stories are the shortest distance between two people.